Yes, we're live. This is F1 Live. This is your Barcelona Grand Prix FP3 session. I hope you've all had a great night's sleep and you're ready for a good day of Formula One. I know I am. So we're starting off today with FP3 and then we are getting into the business end at 2:30 GMT. We will be back for qualifying. And on that, actually, that is our weekend schedule for here at F1 Grandstand. So FP3 right now. Then we've got qualifying at 2:30 GMT. Then we've got the main event tomorrow, the race at 1:30 GMT. And of course, as scheduled, F1 News 7:30 GMT on Sunday. Full weekend of F1 coverage. Full weekend of F1 Grandstand. I hope you are joining me and I'm going to be here to enjoy it with me. I'm excited about this. FP3, okay, we know it's a little bit well, it's not competitive necessarily. The teams will be fine-tuning their setups, trying to get that qualifying setup just right for a little bit later on. But it's still important because we looked at FP1. What did we learn? Well, we saw all the rookies, didn't we? We saw, for me, Paul Aaron was the best of the rookies. And it was nice to see Paul Aaron, who's obviously an Alpine reserve driver, overdriving the Audi. But didn't he do a great job in the Audi? Put the Audi 6th fastest in FP1. And, okay, Fornaroli in the McLaren was a 10th quicker than him. But he's in a McLaren. So, out of all the rookies, I'd say Paul Aaron did the best job. He ran the program that Audi asked him to do. No hiccups. Nico Hulkenberg said he did an amazing job. Audi said he did an amazing job. I say he did an amazing job. Paul Aaron, yeah, I would say for me was a standout rookie in FP1. George Russell was top of the charts in FP1. FP2, well, that was a bit of a different story. We saw Lando at the top there in the McLaren. But between Lando, George and Leclerc, there was like nothing between them. They were all super close to each other. Hamilton obviously didn't take part in FP1. He was out in the Ferrari in FP2, but he was running for like P8, something like that, P8, P7. But, and you might be able to tell me, because I didn't get to watch FP2 yesterday because I was at work. So I tried to catch up with all the footage that I could see. But does anyone know, was Hamilton running the new Ferrari front wing? The new front wing they brought to this Grand Prix with the underside of the wing, they're using these airflow diverters, an idea they nicked from Alpine and elaborated on. And I'm interested to know just how successful that front wing is. But I'm going to get to the chat. Who's with us? Who's with us so far? So we've got Gemma, Queen in the house, Kyle's in the house, David Tringle, Ron White, Dev, Scripter, hello. Reese Cups in the house. Ivor Greenplant's in with us. Rod F1 fans with us as well. Yeah, so I think someone just asked about... Oh, Kyle's answered it. So, yeah, the qualifying session is 2.5 hours after FP3. We start the coverage half an hour early. We start 2:30, so come and join us then. We can discuss what's been going on in FP3 before qualifying. We can discuss our predictions for the session. So there's a lot to get into. Ivor Greenplant said the Williams rookie, that's Luke Browning, was best for the 100 yards the car lasted. Yeah, poor Luke Browning. How gutted for him. He literally pulled out the garage, didn't even make it out the pit lane. Didn't get to any running in FP1. That must be so heartbreaking as a rookie trying to get some time in a Formula One car. Brutal for him. Yes, Legend, I see you in the house. Russ Palmer's in the house. Looked like everyone was saving hard tyres for the race. Yeah. I'd say so. Well, we'll see. We'll see in FP3. We'll see. We might see some long runs. We're definitely going to see some quali pace runs towards the end of this session. Maybe some teams will reveal their true pace. Maybe not. Max Verstappen, potentially going to show us a bit of pace. Let me just see if I can just pull up. Let me see if I can just pull up what we've got for Barcelona. Yeah, so we had yesterday in free practice too, which I didn't get to witness with my own eyes. It was Lando Norris who was fastest, George Russell second fastest, and Oscar Piastri third fastest, and Charles Leclerc fourth fastest. Now within the top three of Lando, George, and Oscar, there was just a couple hundredths between them. Nothing between them at all. Oh, Lewis is on. Hang on.
Session were quite far off their teammates in the second session. The grip was just like the lowest that with this generation of car and everything that I've ever had here.
So Lewis just explaining why he was off the pace in FP2. He said all the drivers, all of the team drivers that didn't take part in FP1 suffered, but he said he's got the worst grip he's had since since he's been driving the new generation of car. Said he had zero feel regarding the new front wing and the new upgrades. So no judgment from Hamilton on the new front wing upgrade. So FP3, maybe we'll learn something now. Yeah, but Hamilton not happy after FP2. Not happy at all. So interesting, because I was asking you guys, who could tell me whether the Ferrari front wing was doing bits or not, whether it was working. Oh, so Reese Cup says, yeah, Ferrari wing wasn't working. Well, it wasn't working for Hamilton, but Leclerc was fourth fastest, but he was 0.3 off the pace from the front three. So, yeah. Let's see if it's a finessing issue, a setup issue, whether they need to tweak that wing to get some performance out of it. I think they'll try it again in FP3. We could see neither driver running the new front wing, actually, if it's not successful. But isn't this Ferrari, though, right? Like, haven't Ferrari got form? And it's not just this season, but in every season. They just don't seem to be very good at progressing a car forward, upgrading a car throughout the season. I don't know why Ferrari seems so bad at it. Miami, they brought 11 upgrades, zero performance benefit that I could see on the car. They're now trying to bring a new front wing, which, Loic Serra, Sanchez have all worked really hard on to bring this to Barcelona. And Hamilton's saying, not really feeling any benefit. In fact, he said he's got less downforce in this modern generation of cars than he's ever had. So it's an interesting situation. I think we're going to learn something. Yeah, so Hamilton Ivor Greenplant says Ham complained about the car. Yeah, in FP2. So, yeah, well, we're going to see FP3 now, and we're going to see whether there's any improvement. Have they managed to finesse it in any way? So, look, we should learn something. We should learn something. And, of course, if you're watching for the first time, we do have all the live track data. It's just we don't get that data for another about 10 minutes' time. About another 8 minutes' time, we'll have all the data that you can possibly want. We'll set the screen up so and I'll take you around the screen so you can see exactly how it all works. Taha! Yes, Taha, I see you. It's great to see new faces in the chat. Taha says, what's going wrong with Red Bull? Why are they choking one way or another every week? Well, I'll tell you my thoughts. Red Bull, in 2025... put all their time and resources on to develop upgrades for the 25 car to help Max Verstappen bring his World Driver Championship challenge. It didn't work out in the end, but it did make it exciting. Verstappen was in the fight all the way to the final Grand Prix in Abu Dhabi. He could have won the World Driver Championship if certain things had aligned for him then. It didn't work out, but the problem with that was that they sacrificed time, development and resources on the 26 car. So Red Bull came to the grid with a car that, honestly, not good enough. A chassis, let's say. The chassis wasn't good enough. The chassis was overweight by about 25 kilograms. They've been working hard to reduce the weight. And everyone knows in Formula 1, reducing weight is the hardest thing to do in an F1 car, because it's not like you can just go and replace one part and save 25 kilos. Weight reduction is split across many, many, many parts, and every one of those parts have a function. So if you're going to change that part that has a function, and make it lighter, it still has to retain its function performance or even better its performance. So weight reduction is a nightmare. They've been trying to reduce the weight since the start of the season. That's the first reason why Red Bull's been a bit problematic. Second reason is Red Bull have brought, for the first time in association with Ford, their own power unit. They've never built an engine before. Yes, Ford are experts at building engines, but this was a Formula One project. And to all intents and purposes, it's their first F1 engine together, collaboratively. And that is a mammoth undertaking. Look at Honda, Aston Martin. They are one of the goats of engine manufacturing in Formula One. And look what they produced. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. But if you look at the engine that Red Bull and Ford have produced, it's got a lot of power. The battery technology alongside it with the 50-50 split between internal combustion engine and battery power is obviously a problem. But now the FIA have ruled the internal combustion engine component of their power unit is the best on the grid. They've obviously done a great job. Problem with that is, how reliable is it? Your first engine, are they suffering from a couple of reliability issues? Well, maybe. Max Verstappen's engine, if you look at Monaco, he's doing, quick laps, brilliant lap times in qualified P2, and then the engine failure. Now, they were expecting to change Max's engine for this Grand Prix anyway, but it gave up the ghost probably one Grand Prix too soon. So maybe that means their engine might be powerful, but maybe it's a little less robust compared to the Mercedes. So all of those things factored in, it's a problem. And then also Red Bull had another big problem with their car, according to Max Verstappen, which took them, 5 races or 4 races to solve, was that the steering feel didn't feel right for Max. He said the steering just felt horrendous. He couldn't get a feel for the car. Laurent McKees didn't say exactly how they solved it, but he said it was multiple components, which they managed to fix for Miami. And then all of a sudden, with the upgrades, the steering feel fixed, there's Max then competing, in top 5 again. Top 3 even, possibly. So, yeah, that's been the catalogue of errors. And I just think what it was, it's just that because they wanted to challenge for the Driver Championship last year, they probably didn't apply the same focus and resources that they should have done for the 26th season. But they are catching up. So if you're a Red Bull fan, don't worry. They are catching up because that's something Red Bull do very, very well, is their upgrade program is excellent. Red Bull and McLaren, for me, are the best. One of the worst at that, has to be said, is Ferrari. Oh, Kyle Melton in with the super chat. Why didn't you do a watch-along for the King's birthday parade? We could have discussed the aero package on the carriage. Yes, Cal. And you know what? And I think King Charles, he's actually a big fan of F1 Grandstand. He's given us the royal seal of approval. I know he secretly watches it on his phone. He's probably got us on right now. Hey, King Charles. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a good time there. I'm sure he's given us the royal seal of approval. Maybe Harry, maybe William as well. Maybe they all love it. I think they do. They should like Formula One. It's a great sport. And to be fair, the uber wealthy tend to like Formula One, don't they? Thanks, Kyle. Maybe next time. Some chariot racing. I'm Spartacus. Maybe that's what we need. Maybe that's the future. 2 horses instead of 1,000 horsepower. 2 horses, a little chariot. Bring it back. Bring back chariot. Pure. Max Verstappen wants pure racing. Is there anything more pure than 2 horses in a chariot? Yes, Jim's in the house, F1 engineer. Plus, Newey, who was the guide and kept things in line. That's a good point. But there's still loads of good engineers at Red Bull there. But it's a good point. What Jim's saying there is a very good point. Think of the staff changes over at Red Bull. Major staff change, obviously, in the middle of last season. Horner went, McKees came in. They had 40 new members of staff from Racing Bulls joined Red Bull as well in the off-season. 40 staff moved. Then you've got, obviously, the ins and outs. Marco left, another big figure at Red Bull. A lot of people thought that Marco leaving was for the betterment of the team. But was it really? I didn't particularly like Helmut Marko, the Dark Lord himself. I think he was a smooth operator. But I thought he had too much control, maybe, at Red Bull. But I have to say, was he effective? Do you know what I mean? Like, he was part of the dream team. Marco, Horner, Wheatley, Newey, all part of the dream team in the glory years. Helmut Marko played his part, I'm sure. I've been a bit harsh on Helmut Marko over the last year, but maybe he was effective. That's the thing. Maybe Helmut Marko was just super effective, and maybe losing him was a bigger loss than we could anticipate. He made some errors. He did. He made some public errors. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe that loss still is affecting the team. And by the way, if you're watching right now, I know we're nice and early. Do smash a big thumbs up on the stream. It does. The reason why I have to ask is because with YouTube, the earlier we get likes on the stream, it makes a massive difference, because it tells YouTube, hey, this new stream's doing really well. We love it. Let's push it out, and it really helps to build our community. So if you are enjoying it, I know we've not really started yet, but if you're having a good time, do put a big thumbs up on the stream if you wouldn't mind. Honestly, the sooner the better. It does make a huge difference. And I'm going to say hello to Still I Rise. Great handle, Still I Rise. I like them better without Horner and Marco. Yeah, I see what you're saying. And he also, Still I Rise also says, pretty cool to think I attended the Red Bull Racing launch in my city of Detroit. Did you? I bet that was cool. Yeah, I mean, the team's more palatable without those figures, but I mean, is it as successful? There's been a few figures in Formula One over the years that I would say aren't particularly palatable personalities. But are they effective? Do they help you win? And if you're a team owner, how much do I care about likability compared to effectiveness? But that's just me. I like to win. I like to win more than anything else. The competitive streak in me. I mean, I don't want to do it unfairly, and I don't want to win by cheating. You know, I'm a gentleman still. I want to win doing it the right way, but I do like to win. Kyle, I saw that. That's funny. Yes, Brian's in the house. Wagwan, morning all. Hopes all's well. Tony, Wagwan, big up yourself, King. Yes, Brian. Hope you're doing well there in North London. Glad to have you with us. Sunny day over in Barcelona. We've also got Martha's in the house. And we've got Caroline Mirez is in the house from Chile, South America. Love that. Oh, what do you think about the degradation at Barcelona? Well, I don't think we're going to have the same track degradation that we had in Monaco. Barcelona's a circuit which is, you know what? Speaking of, they call it the truth serum circuit because there's no hiding place in Barcelona. Yes, you need to have pretty good top speed down there, long straight, but it's twisty, it's turny, medium speed corners, lot of downforce. You are rewarded for having good downforce and car balance. It's a good circuit. I'm actually really excited for qualifying today. I mean, I'm looking forward to FP3 that we're in right now, but I'm very excited for qualifying just to see what the main stories for me in qualifying are: can George respond? George Russell, can he out-qualify his teammate? Where's Max at with he's got a brand new engine for Barcelona. How's that going to affect his car? Does that give him an extra couple of horsepower? So where does Max sit in quali pace? Are the McLarens truly on form, and are they back? Well, they dominated FP2. Two McLarens in the top three, Lando Norris, P1, and Oscar Piastri's P3, and nothing between them, like a couple of hundredths. But as we know, practice doesn't always tell the full story, does it? Qualifying. Oh, broke my pen. Why do I break so many pens? I need that. I've got to stop banging my pen. Where's it go? I've lost the inside to my pen. So it's going to be an interesting one to see how McLaren's actually fare today. Are they really competitive in Barcelona? But you think about this, McLarens have a history of building very balanced cars, especially over the last couple of years. The balance of the McLaren is normally very good. I would have thought, though, that Ferrari would have been stronger in practice. I'm really hoping for a better practice session now in FP3, because the car, everyone keeps telling me the Ferrari chassis is the most balanced, got the highest downforce, ultimately the best chassis on the grid. They're just down on power. Well, I've not seen that. Leclerc running his new brakes as well. How is he responding to that? He's gone with the new brake discs. We saw what happened in Monaco. His brakes, according to Charles Leclerc, the reason why he put it in the wall was brake failure. 3 of his 4 brakes apparently stopped working, and he wanted to go to Lewis Hamilton's configuration. Lewis Hamilton's been fighting for his request to have carbon industry brakes on his Ferrari, which he ran at Mercedes for his entire Mercedes career. He loves the feel of carbon industry brakes. Charles Leclerc's run Brembo brake discs the entire time at Ferrari, but Lewis Hamilton went to fight Fred Vasseur, and Ferrari said, I need these brake discs. Fred Vasseur made it happen. And now Charles Leclerc, after his horrible time, which he believed to be the Brembo brake discs, he's running Lewis Hamilton's brake setup, the carbon industry brake discs, and so far look pretty good. I think we can all agree. He actually, 4th fastest. He'd like to be quicker than that, I'm sure, but it doesn't look like he's had a horrible time adjusting to his brake discs, because it will feel completely different. That's one of the reasons why Hamilton wanted the carbon industry brake discs, because a driver gets used to the feel. And after 6 or 7 years of running certain brake discs, that feel's going to be ingrained in your DNA. And I thought Charles Leclerc may have an issue adjusting. Well, maybe not. Maybe he just thinks, why have I not been doing this earlier? Why has this 50-year relationship between Ferrari and Brembo been costing me the opportunity to run better brake discs? Because, oh, there it is. I'm going to rebuild my pen. That just broke. Yeah. So maybe maybe this is a welcome change, and Charles Leclerc, adapting quickly. Oh, by the way, track times. We've got timings coming through. So if you're wondering where the hell are these timings that I've promised, here they are. We've got them. So track timings incoming. No, there we go. Here we go. So let me take you around your screen. Right below me, we've got live track, mini track, where when the cars are out on track, it gives you accurate representation of where those cars are on the real circuit in Barcelona. Then we've got everything you could possibly want. All the drivers, the tyres that they're running, how many laps they've done, the last lap, the best lap, interval between the drivers, sectors 1, 2, and 3. Those sectors, take notes, those sectors are broken down into mini sectors, which for ease, so you can easily, just at a glance, you can see they are colour-coded. That tells you whether that driver, if it's green, it means they're on their personal best. If it's purple, it means they've gone fastest of all. And if it's yellow, 0 improvement for that driver. Then we've got the gears the drivers are in, the RPM, the end of the pulling, and the speed of each individual car. So you've got all the data you need. Plus, we've got extra data. We've got race control messages. We've got radio transcript messages that we can just bring in and out as they happen, just like that. So we'll keep you up to date throughout the entire session. There's nothing you could want for more. And of course, we've got expert commentary. I fixed it. I fixed my pen. Right, good. And we're going to do some predictions. And by the way, speaking of predictions, before we get into this session predictions, which are track times and next in the wall, let me just give you the opportunity to put in your Barcelona Grand Prix predictions for the weekend. Get in the chat and tell me your top 3 qualifying positions. Actually, just so you can see that better. Top 3 qualifying positions, your race podium. Predict who's going to be your top 3 race finishers. Who's going to be dipstick of the weekend? Which driver is going to be dipstick of the week? Who's going to have a horror show this weekend? And who is your driver of the weekend? My predictions, I'll tell you what my predictions are right now. So my Barcelona predictions for this weekend, which I did on Wednesday without actually seeing any of the Barcelona running. I've got George Russell is my prediction for taking pole today. Kimi Antonelli for P2. Max Verstappen for P3. Now I've seen the pace of the McLarens. I don't know if I'm too confident. Race podium, George Russell P1. Max Verstappen P2. Lewis Hamilton P3. Dipstick of the weekend, Franco Colapinto. He's done nothing wrong yet, to be honest. My driver of the weekend predictions looking pretty good though. Arvid Lindblad, first 2 sessions, pretty impressive. Top 10, 2 sessions. Finished, what was it, P8 in FP1, and what was it, P6 something in FP2. Looking pretty good. So those are my predictions, but get your predictions in the chat. And then we have got our session predictions, which are fastest lap to 3 decimal places. Nobody's got this right. Nobody's ever predicted the fastest lap of a session to 3 decimal places. Is today the day in which you can do it? And if you're watching for the first time, subscribe to the channel, get in the chat, and then you can get involved in our predictions game. This is a time to subscribe to the channel. Also, next in the wall, I understand that Barcelona's walls are quite far out. There's a lot of gravel traps. But what we're basically saying when we say next in the wall is who's going to put the car out of the session. Predict the driver who's next in the wall. And that's what we've got going on today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get to the chat. Yes, Russ is absolutely right. Everyone in the stream, smash a big like on the channel. On the stream. Tell YouTube that we've got something good going on. Invite them to the party. How do we invite everyone else to the party? We put big thumbs up on the stream. That invites new people in. YouTube goes, hey, this is a good idea. Let's bring them in. Let's get them in the chat. Let's get them doing their predictions. Let's get them involved with the F1 Grandstand community. So smashing a big thumbs up on the stream does make a huge, huge difference. I'd love to get to 100 likes during this session if we can, but the sooner we smash a like, the better, the more YouTube will push us out to everyone else and we can grow this community together. But this is going to be an exciting session. It is. I promise you that. Predictions coming in already from Rod, F1 fan. He's going with a 114.786. Oh, and I'm going to give you a help here on your predictions. Let me give you a help on the predictions because I've got some fun facts on Barcelona. So, the lap record in the race last year, Oscar Piastri, the 115.743. Hamilton and Schumacher, 6 wins each here. They are most driver wins. Ferrari, most team wins with 8 wins. But if you're doing the predictions game with us, 1 minute 15.743 was the race lap record. Your qualifying pace last year was in the 111s. So my prediction for this session, and we're only doing this session. This is not your pole prediction. Prediction. We're going to do that in the next session during qualifying. Just fastest time prediction for this session. I'm in the 114s. I'm in a 114. I think it's going to be high 114s. I'm going to say 114.8. That's what I'm going with. Okay, so this, I'm going to put them in the chat, so I've logged it. Once you've logged your prediction in the chat, it's logged. And like I said, no one's ever got it right. You might be the first. Okay, so my fastest lap prediction is, I'm going to log it as a 1:14.828 is my fastest lap prediction for this session. Get yours in too. It's, yeah, I want to see if one of you can do it. And if you're watching for the first time, just subscribe so you can get involved in our little games. Once you subscribe, you can get in the live chat. Completely free. Don't you worry. Completely free to come and become part of the F1 Grandstand community. And honestly, you're very, very welcome here. What can you expect? Well, expect daily live news, 7:30 GMT. How we are different is the main thing you need to take on board. We're live. So not only do we report the news as it comes out from the F1 media, what we do is we discuss it as a community. Sometimes we go, that is BS. We call BS on it. Sometimes we join up some dots and we actually add to it ourselves. But the main thing is we get to discuss the news, share it, debate it respectfully between ourselves within the community. So every day, live Formula One news, we put on a show and it's entertaining as well as educational, hopefully. Also, like you're watching right now, Grand Prix watch-alongs, every single Grand Prix weekend. We try and cover every single session, just like this one. Just like this one, which is FP3 for the Canadian Grand Prix. And you're very, very welcome here. So get in the chat with your predictions. I'd like to see some new faces. And don't be shy. Jump in the chat. Just say hello. Makes a big difference. Tell us where you watch from, just like Caroline did. Caroline watching all the way over from Chile. Brilliant. I love it. We've got Brian, North London. All over the world. Tahar says, GP leaving in 2028. And the news you gave with Piastri, what if it's a switch between Max and Piastri? Yeah, well, I know what you're saying about Piastri's. So the news that Tahar's talking about is yesterday we reported that we found the clause in Piastri's contract. It was exposed yesterday, which was that Piastri has a performance clause in his contract, which would allow him to leave his contract early and he doesn't have to wait till the end of 2028. Now, that performance clause is simple. It's just like what Max has got. But for Piastri, if he's not in the top 5 driver championship positions by the summer break, he's allowed to leave McLaren if he wants to. And it's the same with Max Verstappen. If he's not in the top 2 driver championship positions by the summer break, he's allowed to execute his clause and leave Red Bull. Those decisions do have to be made within a window, though. Max Verstappen's window of making that decision is August to October. So within that August, July, October, in that 3-month window, that he has to make his decision and tell the team if he's leaving or not. And he would have had to secure his drive, obviously, where he'd be in 27. And that's the domino that sets off all the other dominoes. Everybody's waiting to see what Max Verstappen is going to do for 27. My guess is he's not going anywhere because, well, the main reason is he likes driving GT cars. I can't see any other team allowing him to do that. But Oscar Piastri seems to be the number 1 target for Red Bull should Max leave. Obviously, the Mark Webber connection is huge. Oscar Piastri's manager is Mark Webber. He's got a really good relationship with Red Bull now. They've rebuilt their bridges after Webber's relationship with Red Bull did sour a bit when he was a driver for them, but now it's it's all in place. So yeah, that's what the news was with Piastri on that one, Tahoe. Let's see what predictions you've got. So Reese is in with a 1:14.452. Ariash coming with a 1:14.786. Remember, put your predictions in to 3 decimal places for the fastest lap of this session. Nobody's got it right. I want someone to predict it and get it right. You've got 58 minutes of this session to find out. Bottas, Perez, early out on track. Jim's gone with a 1:14.700. Dead. Thad's in with a 1:14.642. And he's even saying Ocon, fastest today. Thad, if Ocon's fastest today, you win my respect. I don't think anyone's predicting that. But if he is, fair play to him. I don't think the Haas is going to be that quick, buddy. I think it's going to be a McLaren, more likely Mercedes. Will it be George? Yes, Clegg! Hello from the Philippines. Lovely to have you with us, Clegg. Like to see new faces and new names in the chat. Sandy Sun SA. What team would he join, though? You're talking about Max. Exactly. What team would Max join? Mercedes. Max only leaves for Mercedes. But then again, the personal terms on that contract would be, yes, I know I'm driving a Mercedes in the GT series, but you need to allow me to continue to do it. Would Mercedes allow him to do it? Probably, possibly, maybe. I don't know. It's up for discussion, isn't it? Yes, Eleanor. Hello from Yorkshire. Sunny Yorkshire. Love Yorkshire. Whereabouts are you? In Leeds? Are you in Leeds? I love Leeds. A lot of fun times in Leeds. And yes, if you're all watching, 149 of you watching right now, it's brilliant. All smash a big thumbs up on the video, on the stream. Do it now while nice and early. It makes a big difference to how YouTube pushes the stream out to everybody. And we're trying to build this community together. Be part of it. Help us grow. Yeah, and my commitment to you is I'll always show up for F1 News every single day. I'll always create space where we can all get together and hang out and have at least 45 minutes to an hour every day where we can discuss our passion for Formula One. That's my commitment to you. No matter from Paulie, no matter what's going on, I still show up. So if you want to come and be part of this community, and I hope you do, it's the best F1 community on the internet. Smash a like on the video, help us grow. Spread the word to your F1 friends as well. Yes, Francis. What's the latest on the ADUO rankings, the Red Bull's challenge to their lead position on their IC? I don't think that's going to change. I know the teams have challenged it and Red Bull have challenged it. I don't think the ruling's going to change because they measure the ICE, and they only measure the ICE, which is the engine only. And I think it just is what it is. The Red Bull power unit makes more power than the Mercedes power unit. It's just quite clearly the other 50% of the power unit, which is the battery side of it, Red Bull's battery side is not as good. And it tells us that maybe Mercedes, battery management and battery power delivery is freaking awesome. But should the ADUO, really, should they have put something in place to cover that as well? should there be a mechanism that improves the battery side? If you've got 50% electrification, surely that should have been thought about. And if somebody's got a stinker of a battery that's way off it, surely they should be allowed some money, and extra opportunities to develop the battery tech. It's a good point. Yeah, Eleanor, it leads, yes. Audi car there today, but no trains, the standard. Yes, Juan Perez. Welcome to the channel, my friend. Nice to meet you all. Thanks for the good service. Yes, Juan. Lovely, lovely to have you with us. Absolute pleasure to have you, buddy. Snazzy A. Shouldn't the ADUO be given based on the battery side as well? Exactly. Just talking about that, Snazzy. I think they should have made put together a mechanism that did that. They haven't. So this argument that's being put forward now, I don't think anything's going to change with these additional upgrade opportunities for the ICE. But could there be some mechanism that the teams agree on for the battery side? Maybe that could come out of the conversation. But I don't think the FIA will change their ruling that the current benchmark ICE is a Red Bull Ford. Kyle's in love with Albon's helmet. Yeah, guys, we need to get those likes up on the channel, on the stream. We need to get those likes up. We need to try and hit 100 likes as quick as we possibly can. The sooner we get to 100 likes, the better on a stream. We've got 54 minutes left of FP3. Only 2 cars out on track, the 2 Cadillacs, which actually, I understand why they've come out on track early, because their entire program at Cadillac is not really for driver glory. It's for improving car performance. They are trying to develop that platform, that car, as quickly as they possibly can. So yeah, take every single second you can to be out on track. Russ Palmer says, apparently the Mercedes in the McLaren isn't as reliable as Mercedes in Mercedes. Customer equality. I tell you what, Russ, so when they homologate an engine, which they have to do at the start of the season, especially if you've got customer teams, there are tolerances. So Mercedes build these engines. They have a homologated design, which means it's registered with the FIA, and go, this is the engine. The customer teams get the homologated engine. But within that engine, on the dyno and on the bench, there are tolerances. So when you test an engine, one engine could be slightly better than the other, but still within tolerances of that homologation. That means you can choose which customer team gets which engine, basically. Even though it's perfectly legal and within the tolerances allowed, I wonder whether McLaren are going to get, even if we're talking like a thousandth of a difference, I can pretty much guarantee that Mercedes are giving them the worst ones. Right? Even though it's legal, even though it's within tolerances, I'm pretty sure Mercedes will give McLaren the worst ones as their customer team. I'm sure of it. I mean, you would, wouldn't you? And also, they're getting the batteries from Mercedes as well, McLaren are. And they've had 3 batteries in Lando Norris's car. That McLaren Mercedes, the Mercedes engine in the McLaren just hasn't been as solid, has it? That's true. Is it McLaren's fault? Well, McLaren blamed Mercedes for the first 2 batteries in Lando Norris's car that failed. Yes, Stephen, welcome to F1 Grandstand. Welcome to the chat. Stephen's in the house. The FIA can't even measure pit lane speeds. How do you want them to measure the ADUO properly? Good point. Yeah, good point. They're struggling with that at the moment. I was just surprised that the Formula 1 management actually admitted their fault, which they knew by providing that evidence on behalf of Alpine. They knew that would have changed the FIA's decision and the steward's decision, and they had to reinstate Gasly, give him the podium back. So with all that considered, the Formula 1 management did support Alpine, and they knew what would happen. Everyone thinks they're all different organisations. They are different organisations. The FIA is different to Formula 1 management. Liberty Media Group, their own Formula 1, but the FIA are the governing body. But honestly, if you don't know, even though they're all separate by name, I'm not sure how independent they all are, even though they are set up to be so. I think there's an argument to say they are all in each other's pockets, which is why I was surprised when the FOM decided to back Alpine's right of review with their data and the evidence. Yes, Mike Lopez. Hey, guys, I love this sport and this channel too. Yes, Mike Lopez. Love that. I hope you smashed a big like on the stream, Mike. Show your support by a big thumbs up on the stream. That is what we need. More likes, quicker, the better. I want to see if we can get this stream out to just like thousands. When we did the watch along for the Monaco Grand Prix, we had 50,000 people on the stream. Unbelievable results. And it was all because of you guys. Because what you do, your support, pushing the stream by putting a thumbs up on it, it tells YouTube to push it out. It was just phenomenal. And it's so good to have so many, 200 people watching right now. And if you want to get in the chat, please do have your say. If you're brand new and you wonder what game we're playing in this session, we are playing this game. It is fastest lap predictions to 3 decimal places. Get your prediction in the chat. Tell us what you think is going to be the fastest lap of the session. And honestly, no one's ever got it right. I'm waiting for that new person or one of the OGs who just comes in the chat, nails it to 3 decimal places. We've not had it yet. It could be you. Come and join us. It's a lot of fun. Subscribe to the channel, get in the chat, get your predictions in. And then we play another little game, which is next in the wall. In Barcelona, we know it's unlikely someone's going to hit the wall, but it's who's going to put the car out of the session. But right now, we've only got the 2 Cadillacs out on track in FP3. We've got Hülkenberg as well, now out in the Audi. Everyone's taking it easy. We want to see some hot laps. We want to get an indication of who's got that quali pace, don't we, on the softs? I'm going to come to the chat. Yeah, Russ Palmer, good point. He wants to be beaten by your customer. I know, that must be a hard pill to swallow, that. If you're a works team, Mercedes, and you're building your power unit, to see somebody else build a better chassis around and run your power unit and win. I mean, that shouldn't be happening, should it? I'm sure Toto hates it. Toto said that he's got 3 customer teams at the moment and he feels it's one too many. And my bet is that if he could reduce the customer teams by 1, it'd be McLaren that he would remove as a customer team. Yes, Francis. So good to have you with us. Love this channel. I love this channel too, buddy. I love it. Oh, and it's a great question. Who do you reckon has the best chassis balance from what you've seen in session so far? Well, if we're talking about purely Barcelona, I think McLaren looks like they've got their balance pretty good. If you'd have asked me this before I'd seen any running at Barcelona, I would have said Ferrari. But it looks like the Ferrari new front wing is not really working too well at the moment. Lewis Hamilton couldn't get it to work in FP2. He's only done 1 session, which was FP2, because the rookie Bogdanovic was running in Hamilton's Ferrari in FP1. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on with Ferrari. Ferrari may go back to the front wing they were running in Monaco, a previous iteration, but we'll have to see. I don't know. I would have said after looking at FP2, McLaren look like they've got their balance pretty good in that car. And they're running the Mercedes power unit. George Russell is also right up there as well. But I was in the camp that Ferrari had the best chassis, just down about 35 horsepower on the power unit. And I was of the opinion that if Ferrari can get 35 to 40 horsepower from their additional upgrade opportunity, then they would be seriously contending for P1 and poles. Reese Cup says the Ferrari Turbo is at the minimum spec most likely. Yeah, well, the Ferrari Turbo, we were talking about the Ferrari Turbo. Now the advantage of the Ferrari Turbo has really been mitigated a lot by the rule changes. Yes, they do get a better start than everybody else, but because the FIA went, oh, we need to help every other team on the grid, Ferrari's benefit of their smaller turbo seems to be getting mitigated a bit. So it wouldn't surprise me if Ferrari don't opt for a new turbo design and build with a bigger turbo to try and get a bit more power Nicholas Page in the house with a prediction with a 1:15.531. Just remind you of mine. I'm in the high 1:14s. I've got a 1:14.828. And I'll just remind you of the session from FP2. What was the quickest? The quickest time in FP2 was Lando Norris on a 1:15.426. That was the quickest in FP2. I would like to think we're going to see a quicker time than that, because I'm hoping we're going to see the drivers out on softs towards the end of this session trying to put in a quali pace lap. And I'm maybe just dropping down in the 1:14. So I've gone with the 1:14.828. I'm quite comfortable with my prediction, actually. Caroline with the 1:15.277. I think they'll save the tyres for later. Well, that's true. I mean, yeah, tyres is also going to be factored in. Nicholas Page, let's go Audi. And it's a massive turbo. You're damn right it is. Audi have got the massive the biggest turbo on the grid. Yeah, Audi have a massive turbo. That's why I was really surprised at Monaco. Because if you were watching free practice 1, 2 and 3 along with us here at F1 Grandstand, the Audis were in the top 10. Best of the rest, looking really good. And I'm thinking, how are they doing this? They got the biggest turbo on the grid. How are they on a track like Monaco, which has got no long straights, and it's all about that torque and acceleration? How are Audi doing it? But they look so strong. And then they just didn't make it through to Q3, did they? In Monaco, I was expecting them to do better. The quickest Audi, so in practice 2 in Barcelona, was Hulkenberg. And he was running P11. So we're not seeing that same sort of pace we saw in practice in Monaco. But Arvid Lindblad was the best of the rest in P2. He was up in P7. And he was a second behind Lando Norris's McLaren. But still, best of the rest. Oh, no, sorry. Audi. How did I miss Bortoletto? Bortoletto finished P8, actually. And he was just 2/10 behind Arvid Lindblad. I stand corrected. It was Bortoletto was the fastest Audi. So did make it in the top 10. I corrected myself. The night game's in the house. Hello, the night game. Nice to see some new faces in our chat with a good guess with a 1:14.876. We are very close to each other, night gamer. You're finishing an 8.78. I'm finishing 8.28. I feel that's where we're going to be. I feel that's kind of going to be where we're at. High 1:14s. And there might only be 1 or 2 people that pop in the 1:14s. But yes, but be like Night Gamer. Come and join the chat. If you're watching on the sidelines, I know what it's like. Sometimes you watch channels and you see all the action going on in the chat and think, should I say hello? Is it for me? You know what? Once you dip your toe in and you realise that everyone's super friendly, and it makes the whole experience a little bit more interactive, it's quite nice just to jump in the chat. Even if on this case, just to jump in the chat with your fastest lap prediction of this session to 3 decimal places. It's honestly, it's not, you don't have to. You can just sit and watch. It's absolutely fine. But give it a go. Say hello to some people. It's a very nice place to hang out if you're an F1 fan. Morjon Fremantle. Can a driver choose to revert to the original setup if an upgrade doesn't work? Yes. Yes, they can in practice. They're not under parc fermé conditions until qualifying. So in FP1, FP2, FP3, they can run any setup they want. When they hit qualifying, if they choose a bad setup, you're in parc fermé conditions. You have to do the race as is. So yes, in FP1, FP2, FP3, they can tweak, change, and decide on a setup for qualifying. Motor 659's going with Lawson in the wall. Yeah, Stephen Vermeulen, 1:14.55455. Probably one of the Williams in the wall. I'd say that's fair, Stephen. To be fair, I would definitely say it's a fair assumption. Yes, Nicholas, Paul Aaron, P6 in FP1. What a drive in the Audi. What a result. Brilliant. Like Paul Aaron, just obviously on loan from Alpine. He's actually an Alpine driver, reserve driver, but really showed up in the Audi. It was only Fornaroli who was in the McLaren, who was a 10th quicker than him, but he was in a McLaren. Paul Aaron did a smashing job. P6 and FP1. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, so it's not many out on track, is there? So we've got Stroll, Ocon, Behrman, Albon, Sainz, Perez, Bottas, Hulkenberg. Saving tyres is happening right now, obviously. I think I'm expecting everybody to do a run on the softs. Maxine Lawrence, welcome to the chat. Afternoon from South Africa. Yes, Maxine. Good to have you with us. We're pushing on now. We want to see if we can get to 100 likes on this stream. If you are watching for the first time, you're very, very welcome here. Join the community, subscribe to the channel, get in the chat, get involved in our little game. Who's going to be the fastest? Who's going to have the fastest lap of the session to 3 decimal places? Predict that lap time. But also, those likes matter. So if you're enjoying yourself, if you can take a moment to hit that thumbs up, sooner the better. Get those thumbs up on the stream. Let's signal to YouTube that we got something cool going on and we can bring in new people. Well, yes, Hooked on Classics in the house. But make sure you get in the chat as well. If you're watching for the first time, don't be shy. Just say hello. Just say, hey, where are you watching from? Just like Maxine did. She just said hello, South Africa. I love seeing the new names in the chat. I like getting an idea because our community is all over the world and I just love seeing where people are from. From Yorkshire to Chile. Brilliant. We're currently sat on 66 likes. Can we get to 100? Keep them coming in. Sandy says, yeah, also an Aaron fan. I think, Paul, it's hard judging the rookies, isn't it? Because with the rookies, it's, you know, a lot of them bust out, right? It's hit and miss. And, you know, predicting which one's going to work out and which one's going to be a bust is not the easiest thing. And it's not always the guy who's won F2. It's not always the guy who's won F3. It's not, you know, sometimes it's the guy who finished 4th in F2. I mean, I think Filip Drugovich hasn't really had a good chance. He won F3 at the first time of asking, won F2, never got a shot in F1. Bortoletto did the same thing, won F3, won F2. He's got a drive in F1. Yes, Pedro. I see you. Hello from France. Yes, Terry Heard. Watching from Japan. Yeah, lovely. I love that. Flakes is in. From Ireland. Yes, Flakes. Welcome to F1 Grandstand, buddy. You're very welcome here. Don't forget, if you have just joined us, get your predictions in. We're predicting lap time, fastest lap time of the session to 3 decimal places. And who's going to be next out? Who's going to put it in the wall? Who's not going to finish the session? But the fastest lap to 3 decimal places is the main game. Get your predictions in. Nobody's ever got it right. My prediction is a 1:14.828. For this session, a 1:14.828. Get involved, get your predictions in, see if you can be the first to get a lap time prediction correct to 3 decimal places. It's not bloody easy, let me tell you. It's not an easy thing to do. Yes, Emma's in the house, all the way from Australia. We've got McLaren's out now. Norris out on track in the 116s, 116.6. If you are brand new, let me take you around the screen. Let me tell you what you're actually looking at. Obviously, you've got the track just below me. Real life data. Where the tracks are on the track in Barcelona is where they are on this track right here. We've got then all the data you can want. All the drivers, the tyres are on, the laps have done. Last lap, their best lap, the interval between the drivers. And you've got sectors 1, 2, and 3 broken down into colour-coded mini sectors. Why is that important? It means that you can see at just a glance who's on a hot lap, who's improving. Yellow means that driver's not improving, no improvement at all. Green mini sectors mean it's their personal best. And of course, the purple mini sectors mean that driver has gone fastest of all. Then we've got the gears, what gear each car is in, the revs that each engine is pulling, and the speed of each car. So we have it all right here. Also, we can bring in as and when what's needed. Race control messages. We've also got radio messages from the drivers. Track limit violations. We've got it all. We'll be bringing them in and out throughout the stream. So we've got all the data you could want. Plus, the best community you've ever seen. CC! Free Catalonia. Political message from CC. We don't like to get political here at F1 Grandstand. We like to keep it on point. What I love about this community is we've got one thing in common. We all enjoy Formula One. So we keep it on point. We keep it on track. We understand there's a lot of things going on in the world, but this is your escape from everything else. This is your chance to come and talk Formula One, leave all your troubles and worries behind you just for an hour or two, and allow your brain to focus on something completely different. Step out of your normal life, come and be with friends, and focus on Formula One. We know there's a lot of other stuff going on in the world, of course we do, but there's other places for you to, to get involved in those conversations. But here, this is your escape from that. This is your reprieve from what can be quite a crappy world sometimes. But here, it's a level playing field. Everyone's welcome. It doesn't matter where you're from. We all share one thing. Formula One, baby. Cal Coolidge just joined us. Good morning. You're all right. You're in the right place. 35 minutes left, Cal. And a lot of the cars have only just come out on track for FP3, to be honest. It's not been the quickest start for FP3. We saw the Cadillacs basically really for the beginning 10 minutes. Now we are seeing some movement. Still waiting for Hamilton to come out. He's not had much running at all leading up to qualifying. He didn't have any run in FP1 because Bogdanovic was in his car. He had a bit of a run in FP2, which wasn't a great run for him. So I'd expect him to be out in FP3 a lot more. The Night Gamer, want Verstappen on track. He's coming. He is coming. Oh, the blue colour on the sections, Pedro. Good question. Because the blue sections will always be at the front of a sector, on front of sector 1 or at the end of sector 3. What does that mean? If it's a blue sector in sector 1, it means that is an outlap from the pits for that driver. If it's a blue sector in the blue sectors at the end of sector 3 means it's an in-lap into the pits. So those blue sectors, mini sectors, I should say, either end in sector 1 and sector 3, tell you if the car's on an outlap from the pits or an in-lap to the pits. Yeah, for me, Scott says, we did veer off to a pizza discussion yesterday, but otherwise it's all F1. Yeah, I know. Listen, we do go off piece sometimes. Yeah, we do go off piece sometimes. That's true. Oh, Nicholas, thanks, man. Thank you so much. Love the stream. Amazing work you do. Honestly, Nicholas, I really appreciate that. If you keep turning up, I'll keep turning up. And I'll keep trying my absolute best to serve the community and make it the best experience for everybody. That's my commitment. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. We're up to 70 likes already. Can we get to 100 likes before the end of this stream? I hope so. I really do. Well, when are we going to see the Ferrari of Hamilton? I think this is a mistake. I think Ferrari needs to get some track time. I think Hamilton needs some track time. Truly. I think Hamilton needs to get his arse out on track. He's not had enough running yet. Russell, out on track. He's so got some purple mini sectors there. Look at George Russell down in P20. It's a good way for me to show you how to use the screen. So Russell now, you can see those purple mini sectors. That means he's gone fastest of all. You can see the green mini sectors, which means it's his personal best. He's still green. Obviously, this is his first hot lap. And he's gone fastest of all in sector 2 as well. So there's George Russell finishing his second sector time. I'm just going to try and change this. So Russell, Antonelli, P1 and P2 now. I'm trying to time the timing to the race feed so we can sort of keep it a bit more accurate, because we're a little bit behind there, weren't we? Audi number one, thank you very much for your super chat, Nicholas Page. Thank you, buddy. Very much appreciated. Oh, and by the way, if you do want to get any super chats in, they're all guaranteed to be read out live on air. You can ask a question, you can share an opinion, you can back your team, you can just join the show and just make sure you're part of the show by your super chat being read out live on air. Now listen, you don't have to use the super chats. It's there for you if you want to use it. It does support the channel if you choose to, but that's what the super chats are for. And thank you, Nicholas, for your super chat. So right now, the Mercedes are showing some early pace, but still in the 1:16s 2:58. It's miles away from my fastest lap prediction for this session, and they're running on the softs. My lap prediction was a 1:14.828, and we saw the fastest lap in FP2 was in the 1:15s with Lando Norris, 1:15.5. So I'm expecting to see an improvement on that. Half an hour left of this session. And actually, if you're only just joining us, it's probably the best time to join us, because the start of FP3, no one came out. No one came out to run. Cadillac came out and did a few laps, but that was that was about it. But now we're looking to see the Mercedes come out and done a couple of times. We're at the top of the leaderboard right now. We've got Mercedes at the top, Russell, Antonelli. Then we have Norris, Leclerc. Verstappen's in the pits right now. Piastri, Lindblad, Hadjar, Bortoletto, Lawson. We are going to get to the business end of this session. The last sort of 20 minutes of this session, I'm expecting to see some hot laps, some quali laps. Oh, and qualifying, don't forget, we do have, this is our watch along schedule. So quali, where is it? Yeah. Quali starts 2:30 GMT here at F1 Grandstand. We'll be a little bit early starting, but we've got the full live watch on schedule for qualifying. It's going to get exciting, that actually. It's when we truly will see the true pace of the Mercedes and the McLarens, and well, of everybody. Will Verstappen be able to do what he did in Monaco and get that Red Bull on the front row? Well, we're going to find out, but to make sure you've set a reminder, come and join us 2:30 GMT for all of our watch along for the qualifying session, Barcelona Grand Prix. P1 in neutral. Yeah, 0 RPM. Yeah, because he's in the pits. Hamilton's out now. He is indeed. He's on track now. He's gone 6th fastest. Let's see what he can do. 1:17.1. He's on the softs. I don't know whether he's running can somebody tell me, is Hamilton running the new front wing or the old one? Get in the chat and tell me. Yeah, Cal's asking the same question. Has Leclerc been quoted about saying anything about the new brakes yet? Not that I've seen. I mean, there might be some comments after practice, but not that I've seen. Because that's my question. How does Leclerc feel about the new brake discs? You know, the carbon industry brake discs. Does he prefer them? He was quicker than Hamilton in FP2. Yes, Cal says Hamilton is running the new front wing. Hey, Gemma, Queen in the chat. I see you in the house. Flakes, yeah, he is running the new wing. He said he didn't get a feel in FP2. I mean, it's hard to tell at the moment. I mean, Leclerc's, 4 tenths behind Russell. Hamilton's 8 tenths. I want to see Hamilton on a hot lap. This lap he's on right now. As you can see, it's all yellow next to his name for sectors 1 and 2. It means 0 improvement. So not on a hot lap at the moment because he's coming in the pits. Yeah, if you're watching right now, you found us. First time, this is F1 Grant. Oh, who predicted? Next in the wall. Who said one of the Cadillacs? It's Bottas. He's beached it. Bottas has beached the Cadillac. We've got a red flag scenario. Session stopped. That car is beached. Who predicted the Cadillac? Who said Bottas? As you know, live chat predictions. for this session. Who predicted Bottas? Hands up in the chat if you predicted Bottas for next in the wall. He's beached it. So this is the game we're playing in the live chat right now. Come and join us. Fastest lap to 3 decimal places. Can you predict the fastest lap of this session? And who's next in the wall? We say next in the wall. It also covers if you beach it, just like Bottas has done with the Cadillac. It's basically who's out of the session because of a mistake. We call it next in the wall. Dramatic purposes. But get your predictions in. I know somebody said Cadillac. I think somebody even said Bottas. Well, those are live chat predictions in our chat right now. See if you can get it right. Oh, I'm watching it. Bottas backed off, took some curb. Oh, there's a problem with Bottas's car. Lost his brake pedal. The pedal's gone. Wow, Bottas lost his brake pedal. No brakes. So it's not his fault. Bottas beached it in the gravel, but he's very lucky there. If he was doing 300 kilometers an hour down the main straight, and that's the problem. That's the difficulty with a brand new team. You know, you're developing parts. You've got a rookie team in a lot of ways. They didn't buy a team and then rebrand it Cadillac like Audi did with Sauber. They're starting from scratch, and because of that, everything's brand new. The guys building your components, the whole development, the manufacturing, it's all new. It's all starting from scratch. It's a crazy difficult task. If you think about it, you're manufacturing parts. You know, the entire workflow for that team has been invented from scratch. They didn't buy another team. So yes, we saw Sergio Perez had a failure with his suspension, didn't we? At Monaco, or was it Canada? Or that they're all running into each other. And so there might be a problem at Cadillac with the manufacturing of parts here. But major failures like losing your brake pedal is extremely dangerous. So Bottas got away with one there. Ends up in the gravel, but he got away with one there. Absolutely. $270 watching right now. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant stuff. And we've got 76 likes on the video. God, we're just 24 off the magic number. We're on trying to get it up to 100. If you're enjoying yourself, do smash a big like on the video. And also, really, just if you are brand new, come and subscribe. Come and join our community. Come and join our grid. Subscribe to the channel. Get in the chat. Get involved in our interaction within the live chat. We're live with Formula 1 news every single day, 7:30 GMT, plus breaking news stories throughout the day, as and when. And of course, every race weekend, we cover as many sessions as we possibly can with our race weekend watch-alongs. And you are absolutely very welcome to come and join us. What makes us different from other communities is, one, we're not a community that looks down our nose at anybody. You could be a 50-year veteran of the sport or brand new. You're very, very welcome here. We encourage education to debate, discussion, healthy discussion. In our news stories, we report the news and then we discuss it as a community. Sometimes we call BS on it. Sometimes, we add to it. But the point is, we encourage interaction, and that's what this channel is all about. If you like to discuss your favorite sport, then trust me, you're in the right place. We keep it respectful. We don't sneer at anybody. Everybody's welcome. If you're brand new and want to learn about the sport, there's some amazing people in this community. We've even got F1 engineers in the community that are happy to help and discuss and talk engineering if that's what you really enjoy. We've got something for everybody. But the main thing is, it's a welcoming place. It's a really good place to come and hang out, and you're very welcome. So do come and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, you'll enjoy it, I promise you. But it's a really cool place to hang out. Oh, we're up to 85, just 15 off the target, just 15 off that magic 100. But yeah, so far Mercedes and FP3 out in front. Slight power shift, I guess, from FP2, where it was McLaren pulling the strings. And if you are watching as well, just say hello. Tell us in the chat where you're watching from. Just little wave. I love seeing, we've got people from Chile, we've got people from Australia, we've got people from, loads of people in America, we've got loads of people in the UK. Yes, Juan Perez, he's in the house. Subscribed and liked. Yes, that's what we need. That type of support makes such a huge difference. We've got to build it as a community. We've got to do it together. You know, that's what it takes. It takes all of us to, like, you know, shape this community how we want it. Keep building. Well, thank you. Thank you for your support, Juan. Chile, Argentina, Mexico, Brazil, America, Australia, New Zealand, UK, Ireland. Like, we've got, honestly, we've got you covered. Germany, Austria. Mario's in Austria. We've got people, we've got, oh, Tenerife, Canary Islands. Yes, Juan Perez. Trust me, we have got a community that is truly global. And it's growing all the time. Come and be part of it. It's really quite... I'm so excited. And the reason why I get so excited about it is because I did my very first show on July, I think it was 18th, 2025. And just seeing, like, now, like, we've got all these people who tune in and enjoy the content. And we're there every day. And we all come together and talk about our favourite sport. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing to be part of it. I'm so proud to be part of this community. It's absolutely awesome. Awesome. Yes, Sultan! Watching from Uganda! Brilliant. I love that. Uganda. See, we're global, baby. And everyone's welcome. It's a place where we can leave all our nonsense of the world behind. You're having a tough time, you know, in different areas. You know, your relationship's not going well. Your job's not going well. There's world political stuff going on all over the place. This is the place where you can get away from all of it. This is the place where you can shut it all out for an hour a day. And just think about something else. Focus on something that can put a smile on your face. And it's really quite cool. And that's what it does, because that's what it does for me anyway. It's a place where you can just come and get lost in something that you truly enjoy. And that's what makes this place so special. Japan, Terry, of course. And Japan, baby. We've got Japan in the house. Rod van Perth, Australia. It's very, very cool. We've got Adelaide, Australia with Dave Smithson. And we've got... Yes, we've got Flat Dino in Stockholm. I love it. It's just bloody brilliant. It's just bloody brilliant. India's in the house with Mingze 8574. Yes, India. Yes, Mingze. Love it. We're covering every continent. We're global, baby. This is the world, Russ Palmer says. Everything else is unimportant. Exactly. And right now, we're focusing on George Russell and Antonelli's little battle at the top of FP3. Then we got Norris. Then we got Leclerc. Verstappen, Piastri. Hamilton. He's out now. He's on a lap. Hamilton's on a lap right now. We can see those green mini sectors, which means those mini sectors are his personal best. Is this a hot lap for Hamilton? Are we going to see any improvement here? I don't think so. Oh no, he's gone green. Hamilton's green. Sector 2. Cal says, if the tyres are falling off so fast, won't tomorrow be majority on hards? How many pits will we see? 4. Yeah, how many pits will we see? 4. I don't know. The one to be fair, in this season, the one stop's been king. The hard tyres seem to do so well. Yes, Chris Kizzy Kiki in the house, my brother. Brilliant. Hello, hi there. Love the channel. Thanks, Chris. Great to have you with us. So glad you're with us in the chat, buddy. We're at 92 likes. We're 8 off. We're 8 off the target of 100. We've got 16 minutes left. Come on, let's hit it. Just these 8 thumbs up and we've hit 100. 271 viewers. That could be 271 new friends in this chat. Join the community. I know I'm banging on about it, but it's worth it. It's a lot of fun. We're 8 likes off that magic 100. Can we get there? 15 minutes left. I want to see a lap from Hamilton. He's currently P7, 8 tenths off the pace. And I'd like to see Hamilton on a quick lap. Leclerc is 4/10 quicker than him. And I know it's only practice, but you still don't want to see a 4/10 gap between two drivers in the same car. Maybe Leclerc's enjoying this new front wing a little bit better than Hamilton. Maybe Leclerc's enjoying the new brakes. The carbon industry brakes that Leclerc's running. Thanks to Lewis Hamilton. It was Lewis Hamilton had to lobby and beg Fred Vasseur for that change, because Ferrari traditionally have run Brembo brake discs for 50 years. And it's Hamilton that begged for that change at Ferrari so they could run the carbon industry brakes on Hamilton's car. And it was only Hamilton's car. And now Leclerc's gone, I want those, since Hamilton's been quicker than Leclerc for the last 2 Grand Prix. And he blamed the brakes for his moment where he put it in the wall. 0 points scored for Leclerc in Monaco. So, yeah. Leclerc, we've done it! 103 likes, baby! Keep them coming. Keep them coming, though. I love it. Absolutely bloody brilliant. And we've got 288 viewers on right now. You're all very, very welcome here. So right now, let's take a look at no change really. Russell at the top of your screen, P1 with a 1:16.258. Gosh, my lap time prediction, it was a 1:14.828. I don't think we're going to get there. Got it. I don't think we're going to get there. We had a 1:15.5 yesterday. Hooked on Classic set a new target. He's like 200 likes. Let's go. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love it. Hooked on Classics. Yes, we've got Amith Surabali. Amith from South Africa. Boom, Amith. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the show. And welcome to the community, Amith. You are very welcome here. Freaking great. 13 minutes left. Show me some. Everyone's in the pits now. Maybe we're going to see some quicker times in the last 10 minutes. But they've all been out on the softs. Nobody's been pushing, have they? If Leclerc was doing a 1:15.5 in FP2, we've not seen a push lap from anybody. Russell's coming out on an out lap now. What tyres is he on? He's on the softs. Are we going to get a push lap now from Russell? Let's see a hot lap from Russell. Motor 659 says, any word from Red Bull if they're happy with the new rear wing design? Good question. I'd like to know that as well. Verstappen running P5. He's 6/10 behind Russell. I think Verstappen's going to moan about everything, if that's the case, because... Well, we saw this. We saw this at Monaco, didn't we? And then Verstappen goes in, puts an electric qualifying lap, didn't he? In Q3 to put him... What was it? A couple of hundredths behind Antonelli. He was 3/10 ahead of the Ferraris. But that's Verstappen. He's that driver who you could literally wonder whether he's got any pace. He just goes through to Q2 and then just goes through to Q3, quite middle of the pack. And then in Q3, he revealed himself with a pole or a front row performance. And that's Verstappen. So it's very hard to judge how those upgrades are running and how that car's truly running. I wouldn't like to guess until Q3. Calcul it. Lewis Hamilton is not going to outperform Leclerc this race unless Leclerc DNFs. I think that'll put Hamilton off a little bit. If Hamilton doesn't manage to hit his new sort of benchmark of performance, which is beat my teammate. He's done it for the last 2 races. I think Hamilton will be a bit annoyed about that. At the moment, Leclerc seems, and it's only practice, but Leclerc does seem to have more pace than Hamilton. Hamilton admitted it himself in the little snippet I saw just before FP3. He said the car, the SF26, Hamilton's SF26, Hamilton's words, has less downforce than any part of this season. He's got less downforce than he's had all season. Now they've just put on a new front wing. So does that tell us that the new front wing isn't working? Yeah, the night gamer. I agree. Need some hot laps so my prediction can come true. 1:14.876. I've got a 1:14.828. That's my prediction. But yeah, he needs to get. I want to see some. I do want to see some hot laps. We've got 10 minutes left. Russell's gone fastest of all in the middle sector. He's also looking good in his final sector. And he's done a 15.679. A 15.679. Gosh, I still need him to lose about 8/10 off that time to hit my prediction. So now we're going to get to see pace. Who's got it, who hasn't? Piastri with a 1:15.893. Norris has gone fastest of all in Sector 1. He's got some personal best mini sectors in Sector 2. P3 for Norris with a 1:15.925. Starting to reveal themselves now. They're starting to reveal themselves now. Let's see. Where's Verstappen? Is he on a lap? Antonelli, couple of personal best mini sectors in Sector 1. Hamilton's on a lap. See those green mini sectors under Sector 1 and Sector 2? This means Hamilton's personal best mini sectors. Let's see where this puts him. So Hamilton still 6/10 off Russell's time in his after finishing Sector 2. I don't know. Hamilton's struggling for pace here. That's the bottom line. Hamilton truly is struggling for pace here. Leclerc's not moving either. Hamilton's gone P4. But it's 7/10 behind Russell's time. He's not going to be happy with that. But if you are watching for the first time, subscribe to the channel. Come and say hello. Say hello in the chat. Tell me where you're watching from. Get involved in our little game. We have been predicting the fastest lap time for this session. My prediction was 1:14.828. We're not near it just yet. But yeah, do come and get involved. Subscribe to the channel. We do live news every single day, 7:30 GMT. Come and be part of it. It's a great community. You won't regret it. But come and subscribe to the channel and come and get involved. Obviously, I'm back for the qualifying session at 2:30 GMT. Sorry, Antonelli and Lance Stroll nearly colliding in FP3. Lance Stroll getting in the way. So Russell, back in the pits now, he's done a 1:15.6. Piastri, the quickest of both the McLarens at the moment. Hamilton, is he out on another lap? No, this is going to be an in lap. When you see all those mini sectors are yellow, it means that there's no improvement for the driver. He's not on a push lap. He'll be bringing that car back into the pits, maybe for one last hot lap run before the end of the session. Antonelli furious with Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll getting in his way while he was trying to put in a hot lap, push lap, see where he's at. Yeah, there was nearly a collision actually between. They were just watching it again. So he's come around the outside, Antonelli. Haas was in the way as well. Yeah, they were just hampering because they were on the inside line. Antonelli getting a bit of traffic, getting annoyed having dealing with the traffic. You need to try and drive around the North Circular in London at 9 o'clock in the morning. You want to get annoyed about traffic. Yes, Lita, in the house. I want Charles to beat Lewis for this race. New brakes should give him significant confidence. Do you know what? Brakes, for a lot of it, is about feel. And if Leclerc's enjoying the feel of the new brakes, he's on a lap now, actually. Let's see what he can do. Leclerc is going quick. He's had 2 purple mini sectors and green mini sectors, which means Leclerc is on a quick lap here. Ivor Greenplant's close with his prediction at the moment with a 1:15.442. 5 minutes left. But yeah, Ivor Greenplant's definitely the closest with his prediction right now. This is a decent lap from Leclerc. He's two tenths behind Russell, but it's not a bad lap in the Ferrari. Leclerc's gone P3. Leclerc's gone P3. He's 2.5 tenths behind Russell's time. Not bad, actually. Hamilton's on an out lap. We're going to get to another push lap from Hamilton. He's going to really want to try and find some pace. He's on his out lap now, which is indicated by the little blue mini sectors in sector 1. It means Hamilton is on his out lap. So right now, here's your rundown with 5 minutes to go. George Russell, 1:15.679. Then we've got Piastri on a 1:15.893. Leclerc, currently third fastest. Leclerc being consistently faster than his teammate Lewis Hamilton in FP2 and now in FP3. Does that give us an indication for qualifying? I don't know. Leclerc is very, very good over one lap. It's very hard to bet against Leclerc over a lap, that's for sure. But we will see how that translates in qualifying. Can Hamilton he's still got a chance to put in another hotter lap now, a push lap now. Let's see if he can find a little bit of pace in the last 5 minutes. Verstappen running P6. I think he'd like to find a little bit more pace out of this car. Hadjar has a problem with his Red Bull, moaning about understeer. He's basically saying Hadjar's 1.8 seconds slower than George Russell at the moment, and he's saying he's trying to drive with incredible understeer. We got thanks, Cal. Let's have a look. Let's see what the race controller's saying. FIA Stewards Turn 2 incident involving car 12 Antonelli will be investigated after this session. Driving erratically. Absolutely right, Cal. Investigation. Stewards, we will give you the result as it comes through. 3 minutes left. Hamilton's on a lap right now. Let's see where he ends up at the end of sector 1. I don't think he's got much of an improvement. He's 4 tenths, nearly 5 tenths off Russell's pace for Lewis Hamilton in sector 1. I mean, he's a lot slower than Leclerc in FP3. Brian says, are you backing for the World Cup, baby? Listen, I'm obviously supporting England, right? I'm English. Who do I think will actually win it? I mean, let me tell you, I'll tell you what I think the competition is. You never write off Brazil, baby. Never write off Brazil. Spain are always going to be good. Germany are going to be good. France are good. England have got a chance, right? But yeah, obviously I'm rooting for England in the World Cup. Obviously. What about you, Brian? Who are you with? I didn't get to see the USA game because it was. I'm gonna watch it because it's in the middle of the blooming night for me. But what a great summer of sport. We've got the Formula One and we got the footy. If you're a football fan, problem is, I'm pretty sure that my news streams are getting affected. My live news shows at 7:30 GMT. I'm pretty sure the football's interfering, and it's hard to compete with the World Cup. So what you got to do is watch the live news stream, and then, then go and watch the World Cup games. After you've watched Formula One news, it's 7:30 GMT on F1 Grandstand. That's got to be the rule, guys. 1 minute left. Let's see how we're getting on. So Russell still P1 with a 1:15.679. Oscar Piastri still P2. Leclerc P3. Russell, Piastri and Leclerc all on an out lap. Trying to get one hot lap in. Hamilton still P5. No improvement. 7 tenths off the pace. It's Hamilton's probably a little concerned right now. Can they find some performance in that Ferrari? Can they find a setup that's going to work for qualifying? And don't forget, you're not going to miss qualifying. We're back here, 2:30 GMT, for your live qualifying watch along, the perfect companion to your live stream, your television output of the from the track. This is where you want to be. Ten seconds left. Who's going to put a... Trying to see if anyone's actually on a hot lap right now. Checkered flag. I think that's it. I don't think anyone else is actually put... No one's on a lap. Colapinto's on a lap. I can't see much improvement from him. I think that's going to be a finishing order, guys. That's it. George Russell, fastest overall with a 1:15.6, a tenth slower than FP2. McLaren's Piastri, best of the McLarens, P2. Then we have Leclerc, best of the Ferraris, P3. Norris, P4. Hamilton, P5. Verstappen, P6. Antonelli, P7. Not being able to string a lap together. Hadjar, P8. Hulkenberg in the Audi, P9. Lindblad, again. My driver prediction for driver of the weekend, Lindblad up in the top 10. Been in the top 10, 3 sessions, FP1, FP2 and FP3. Well done, young Lindblad. Good to see it. Bortoletto, P11. Lawson, P12. Gasly, P13. Colapinto, 14. Sainz, 15. Ocon, 16. Behrman, 17. Albon, 18. Then we've got the Perez. Perez, 19. Alonso, 20. Bottas, 21. And Stroll, dead last. As to be expected. So, yeah. Near it. And I need to resolve this as well. It was Ivor Greenplant who got his prediction was closest with a 1:15.4 something. Was we still no one got it right. Fastest lap predictions to 3 decimal places. But Ivor Greenplant, you're the winner today on that session. You got the closest to the fastest lap prediction. We'll be doing more of those in qualifying. We're going to see who can predict the pole time during our next session. When is that session? This is what you need to know. Saturday, we just had FP3. Next session is qualifying, 2:30 GMT, in just a couple of hours' time. Here, F1 Grandstand. Make sure you set your alarm. We're going to be here. Tomorrow, race, 1:30 GMT. F1 News, of course, tomorrow night, 7:30 GMT. So that's what you've got coming up later today. I'm going to see you in 2 hours' time for qualifying. It's going to get exciting. We're getting to the business end of the Grand Prix weekend. I hope I can see every single one of you on the stream then. And for now, smash a like on the stream, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in a couple of hours.